welcome to another of our vlogs, and this time we are in Santorini, and the question is it worth the hype? I'm walking through and it's absolutely packed. It's about 20 minutes after the sunset and the crowds are mostly gone, but there is a lot of people still sitting here and catching that blue hour. So I think it's a really good time to come here. This is one of the most beautiful places in all of Greece and perhaps also in the world. So I cannot blame all the crowds coming here. There's so many different shops, so many different restaurants. This place has a real vibe. So we're gonna need those 2 to 3 hours to enjoy everything. There is a few recommendations about restaurants I can give you. One of them is Scala Restaurant, but if you want that perfect view, Ambrosia, I definitely want to go to. Right behind me, this is the city of Emporio. It's one of the largest cities here in Santorini, and this is where we are actually staying because we are hosting a yoga retreat. I'm going to show you the amazing accommodation that we found, but first of all, let's look at this city up close because it's really romantic, it's beautiful, and it might be one of the most underrated cities here in Santorini. To enter the city, you usually find one of these many beautiful ruelles. Every corner is an opportunity to take a photo. I lost my breath, this beautiful street. Beautiful picturesque restaurant. This is basically what you do here. You just walk around the cities and look how narrow the streets are. Purple door. Look at the size of that door. You know, I'm 192 and right behind me is one of the most scenic restaurants here called Old Barber Shop, but we ate here and I can tell you the stuff was horrendous. Otherwise, a beautiful restaurant in the middle of Emporio. For our yoga retreat, we have hired actually this huge house for 14 people. It's actually very difficult to find such a big accommodation that is really nice and beautiful, and you still have an area where you can practice yoga. Usually places are really small, and let's check it out. Here we have the beautiful first pool with the jacuzzi. Right there, look at that marvelous architecture right there. It's actually classical Greek table with the wines. We are actually living in a cave, which is nice and cool. A little bit of stuff everywhere, but we are 14 people, you know. A water tank cave, which is hewn into the mountain, and we have this rock that is blending with the plaster. And the outside is warm, you still feel fresh. And this is another gorgeous pool. And we also have a rooftop. There is the jacuzzi. I think you cannot find anything better than this. Look at that gorgeous architecture. There are not that many beaches here in Santorini, and those that exist, those are sandy beaches, very volcanic sand. This is Perivolos beach in the south. There is pretty much almost no beaches in the north. You have some exclusive beach clubs where you can rent the sunbeds. This beach goes on for a very long way and you can see the sunbeds. And if you would like a recommendation, there is Ifrati. We have been eating over there and had a few drinks. It's kind of pricey, but hey, you know, it's a normal price compared to other places. I'm scratching the side of this smallest car available in the market. The streets are crazy small. This is a constant struggle here in Santorini. So I survived. You should get the smallest car possible. This car is very small and I still struggle to drive around. So this was for 40 per day, which is a decent price, but you can probably get something cheaper. We are just checking in into our next accommodation, which is called
Acroterra.
It's a 5-star luxury resort right on the edge of the cliff. You will see the magnificent views, and it's definitely one of the accommodations that we are recommending here. We're gonna spend here 3 days.
Cheers!
This is the reception, the waiting room, and we have a small library. And now we are going to do a little presentation of the property, and we just got into the -1, and this is the beautiful spa.
Yeah, I love it so much.
Oh wow, look at this room. Wow, this is a place for massage. Actually in Santorini you don't get so many big places like this where you have the gym, dedicated spa. You normally get some suites and they're really small. So look at this fully equipped gym. You get a bench press, you get a spinning. This is actually the best hotel you can find in the Acroterra area, which is the southernmost tip of the Santorini island. We always find the best.
We always find the best spots where to stay, actually.
bar with the selection of drinks. This is just a wow view.
Beautiful.
Way in the back you can see Fira and Oya and the caldera. You can actually swim here while enjoying these magnificent views over there. And we have our own amphitheater. Apparently we're in for a big surprise for our beautiful room. And let's check it out. It's a 2-story penthouse and we have our own private jacuzzi. This is our master bedroom. And we have our own cinema. This is our bathroom. Very nice organic lines again. Very Santorini.
I love it. And it reminds me Morocco. We have a small little kitchen.
We have made it to the parking of the highest village in the island of Santorini, which is
Imerovigli. It sounds a little bit Italian, I don't know.
I actually thought it would be impossible to find parking, but here we go, right next to the city center, and let's go explore this beautiful town. As you can see, Oya is way over there, so this town is much higher. Just enjoy this gorgeous view. It's enormously beautiful and wow. If you continue down there, you will arrive to the church and the city opened up onto another beautiful vista. Look at that. I suppose this might be actually even better than the famous Iya. Not that many tourists and it's even more scenic, I would say. Spectacular. Every little corner is filled with some aesthetic corner. Around and she wants to take pictures everywhere. I mean, this is
doing yoga here.
We have just arrived to these stairs and they are just ridiculously beautiful, so I have to show you this. Nima is in the middle and walking this beautiful street.
Oh, this is so beautiful. I just can't.
She's getting crazy again. And the city opens up on another view where you can actually see Fira and Fira Stefano next to the church, which is right here. We are onto another photo location. We want to take a picture with flowers. And the church. It's apparently one of the most beautiful ones. And here we are. This is the spot right on this. And it's almost sunset. As you can see, there is not that many people behind me. Not unlike Oya, which is right there. There must be crowds already. And actually this is the most beautiful spot in this village and I will give you the exact location at the end of this vlog. We have a wonderful evening here. It's definitely a beautiful, mesmerizing little town.
Like for, I don't know, 3-4 hours and we couldn't get enough of the view and the beautiful arches and architecture. So yeah, definitely if you are freaks like us loving this type of architecture, you're gonna love it here.
And we are finalizing our day in the accommodation and Nima is about to choose a restaurant where she would like to go. Crepes, ice creams, burgers. Really? We had a lovely day, but we're ready to go to sleep. Yogurt, some local pastries, Danish pastries. So what do you think? It's quite a nice selection. Even though we have a wonderful restaurant at our resort, we have decided that we want to try something new. So we are going to Panorama restaurant with a caldera view. And this is my chicken souvlaki and Nima got the Greek salad and we are enjoying this marvelous view. The restaurant is a bit overpriced. What do you think for the food that we got? This is 18 euros and this is 10 euros plus 6 euros. So definitely those Santorini prices are here, but you paid for the view. We are back to Iya and we are going to dine in one of the finest restaurants called Feredini. We managed to find a parking lot. There's actually a huge parking lot, but it's quite expensive, but it was half empty, even though it's the middle of the season. And we have arrived to the spot, Feredini restaurant, waiting for us. Let's go downstairs. And this view is only for us. And look at that gorgeous table. And we have the view at our hands from this post. And this is our first dish of the evening.
I'm having a Greek salad, ordered cheese egg mac. I have no idea how it tastes. Finally some good stuff.
And this is sea bass crevish with mango ice cream. A pretty good combination, never heard of. We are slowly getting that beautiful, gorgeous Ia sunset. A pasta with truffle and
Mushrooms.
delicious. And for me, I'm having a black Angus skirt. Oh, she loves it.
That's true. We have been to several restaurants already, and the service wasn't good enough for us because we think the customer is always first, and the food wasn't delicious. So this one is really nice after a few days.
Mima couldn't finish her pasta, but she can always finish her dessert. So this is the parking lot. Look how much space there still is. So guys, this is probably the best photo spot for early morning in Ia.
It's a hidden gem, and creators usually don't want to share the location with other creators or people who wants to take a picture. So we're gonna do it. Sorry. It's called Rinia Suites, and you need to book, and you're gonna get this view just for yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna take pictures from upstairs where other people.
This is how they get the luggage in Oya. And this is the viewpoint, best sunrise location here. You have to stand in line if you're gonna get those few photo spots. There are 2 or 3 that are magical. So we are now queuing. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and already we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people ahead of us. Actually, we are walking towards the castle because there is a really beautiful photo spot with the brown house. There is nobody around. Most people are back there. They're still taking photos of those 2 churches. But yeah, you have to come here early in the morning, and still there is people. 2 days ago we were here. It was full of people. There were thousands of people here. And there's nobody around now. By the evening time, this place turns into total crowd house. We've been talking about this beautiful location. And again, we have this magical view, and there is hardly anyone over here. It's 7:30, 8 o'clock, and already there is a big queue, about half an hour, for that famous photo with 2 blue domes. So we're not gonna do it, I suppose,
I'm
this
so
time.
tired. I don't want to wait. I mean, like, I don't need that picture.
Let's find some really good breakfast spots. We have a 1 tip, and they are probably serving the best Greek breakfast on the island, so stay tuned. We've just parked our car in Finikia village, which is about 10 minutes away from Ia, and we are going for a traditional Greek breakfast. We have no idea because usually they are not that authentic places everywhere we go, so this must be one of those. There is nobody around, yet this village has such a character. I mean, look at this. So this place actually is a hidden gem from the crowd. This village is a perfect combination of authenticity and calmness. It doesn't suffer from the tourist curse. Definitely recommend that. And here we are. I want you to taste the Greek specialties with me and her.
And her. Okay, I'm her.
Best breakfast in Santorini. We are having the traditional
Strapacciata.
which is what?
It's scrambled eggs with feta cheese and tomatoes. This is the Greek bagel. Can you believe how big it is?
This is my hand, and this is the bagel. And look on the inside. It's a very cute tavern. And this view is to kill for. In our final course, it wouldn't be Greek breakfast if we didn't get stuffed pancakes with sesame, honey, and chocolate. We have made it to another location, which is called Pyrgos. We had a little bit of issue finding parking, but many people say that this is the most beautiful town in Santorini and a hidden gem. We are walking up the hill towards the city center. As you can see, it's lined with different shops, and we made it to the castle, which is enjoying some fresh painting, and it's surrounded by these shops. And we see some more shops, It has this picturesque little small winding streets, but apart from that, I don't know, what do you think? Is it something really special?
I don't know.
We are looking for that special place that is on every photo from Pyrgos. It's this church, but I think we have to go left. Oh my god, we made so many circles here in Pyrgos before we could find the one and only and the best vantage point here. It's a cafe called Penelope's, right over here with these typical blue chairs, parasols, and the best view of the city. This spot is the one and only most beautiful one here in Pyrgos. It feels so good to finally drink something because it's scorching hot, although we are quite surprised. I'm surprised that it's not that hot. That's what I expected from Greece.
But it's still hot when you're walking around the cities or towns. Finally some cold decaf coffee and water and this beautiful view.
Right there. And we have our delicious late lunch because we've been working all day long. So Mima is traditionally having French fries with ketchup and I'm having this wonderful crab sandwich while enjoying this marvelous view, and it cannot get any better. We are now going to the famous Red Beach and we stopped by in the parking lot, which is right next by. It was kind of easy because we are coming late at 5 o'clock, but it's quite small, so I'm sure if you come on a busy day you'll be having problems parking, but it's all good. There's a really swift track up the hill. A great thing about staying in Akrotiri hotel is that this beach is only 6 minutes from us, whereas in Iya you don't have that many beaches, and this is one of the top beaches. There is also a white beach next by that we've heard is quite beautiful. The track is a bit bumpy, but nothing you cannot do with the flip-flops. What do you think about the famous Red Beach?
I really love it. What was that? I really love it. I have to say that I have never witnessed anything similar to this beach. It's really spectacular. I love the color, I love the vibe. It's like from the old big Pinterest photos, that vibe. And unfortunately we don't have enough time to go to the beach and enjoy and relax. So at least we had this view, and now let's go back to our hotel and to Fira.
We're gonna spend our evening in Fira and our sunset. We found the public parking, which is free of charge. There is plenty of space in the middle of the season, but it's at the beginning of the cliff, so we're gonna walk all the way from over there until over there, so it's about 2 kilometers. And this is the biggest church in Fira. As you can see, you've hardly ever seen a capital city like this. It sits on a cliff, and I've never seen such beauty being a capital city though. I am stunned. This is something extra. We're just walking for about half a kilometer and it's just beautiful from every corner. It's basically Iya, but a much bigger one with taller buildings, with sort of like a city feel to it. So the streets are so crowded. You see luxury shopping all around us, jewelry, watches. So you see lots of brands, lots of people. So this shopping is a very custom experience here.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous dresses. The shop we just showed you, actually that's Greek produced from Greek fabrics with Greek designers. So their prices are much higher, going on for 150 euros a dress, but you can find the cheaper ones produced in China. Similar design for about 20. You see donkeys, you can go on foot, or you can take a lift, whichever you want to do. But it's quite high up the hill. After about 1 hour walking, we have made it to the most famous landmark in Fira, which is Three Bells Church. In front of us, we are a bit disappointed. We expected something bigger.
We have seen much prettier places, but this place is really nice. You have the Santorini right in front of you.
And we have made it to the top of the Three Bell Church. Right behind us, this is the most famous site in Fira. Well, what do you say? I'd say city is different, but we've probably seen better in other places. But yeah, we're here. It's the best place for shopping, nightlife, and it's very
Definitely,
popular.
it has the vacation vibe.
I haven't seen so many shops in other cities, and this is where you need to be. We have spent 3 nights in Acroterra Rossa. It's part of the Acroterra region, and if you're staying in Ia or Fira or somewhere else, you're gonna need to walk towards your car, take the luggage out, in and out. It's busy, there is so many people. Here is less crowded, so it's very convenient. We just grab our car, which is in the parking lot, and we are off to wherever we wanna go. Great location for beaches as well, because we have the best beaches on the island right next to us, about 5 minutes away, and it's a great region for wine. This is our last day in Santorini. We had a beautiful morning. We went to shoot some beautiful reel, check it out. And now we are in our last stop, which is a city called Megalochori. To some, this is the most beautiful picturesque village. The main picture location is the little church with the road underneath, the bells. So you're gonna see that one and check it out. Otherwise, parking was fine, and it's a little quaint village. This is what everybody comes for. This is the famous church with the bells. It's about 1 minute walk from the city center. So is Santorini worth it?
It is.
I would say it definitely is. It has unique architecture. It's something you cannot find anywhere in the world. From the places that we like the most, everybody is after Ia, but we actually preferred.
It was Imerovigli.
But it has the best views than Ia, but it's a must go. I would say Fira is for shopping, and Emporio is something that we preferred over Pyrgos or Megalochori. One hidden gem, the Finikia, where we had our beautiful breakfast. There is also a few tips we want to mention. If you want to rent a car that is as small as possible. The second tip, just stay in a larger resort in Agroteri. And if you want to travel around, it's more convenient. Third tip,
Come here in September. From the locals, they said September is the best time to visit Santorini. It's not that hot, but it starts to be more windy, so be aware of that.
A few places we didn't go. We didn't taste the wines. We didn't go to Caldera. We didn't go to Amudi Bay. So there is a lot more to do, and you definitely need more than 3 days.
Enjoyed our vlog, please subscribe to our channel or comment or like, and we'll see you in our next vlog.